Okay, now what I want to teach you, it is on how to enter your trades when you are trading using the trend trading strategy or trend trading system. So there are two systems that you can use to enter your trades. There are two strategies that you can use to enter your trades. Obviously, the first one, it is trend line bounce, whereby price bounce on your trend line, meaning on your third touch or on your fourth touch. And the second thing, it is a retest. It is retest, whereby support becomes resistance or resistance becomes support. For an example here, in an uptrend, let's say you draw your upper trend line like this. Where is my tool? This is the first touch, this is the second touch, and then this is your entry point. You can enter it here using the first technique, which is trend line bounce, whereby the price bounces on the trend line. And the second strategy, which is a retest, you can enter it here because of support becoming resistance or resistance becoming support, meaning this resistance here, it became your support, meaning it's a retest whereby this level is being retested. So it can happen that you can draw your trend line and you do not figure the third touch. For an example, like at this point here, let me just clear my screen. Sorry about that. Let me do this and then do this. So it can happen that you draw your trend line, for an example, this trend line, and you miss this entry, you also miss this entry, you only get this entry. But if you combine these entry techniques, whereby you will use the retest and the trend line bounce, you will not miss any entry. Why? Because if the trend line can't give you an entry, your resistance becoming support will always give you the entry. For an example here, once you spot a resistance, you draw your horizontal line. You spot a resistance, you draw a horizontal line. You spot a resistance, you draw a horizontal line. It will help you to figure out the next entry, even if your trend line is not able to show you. For an example, here you can see this resistance, it was converted into a support, which is a good entry confirmation. So in such scenarios, that's where you are looking for to press the buy button. You are looking for to press your entry button. However, it doesn't just end there. You don't just have to focus only on your trend line or your resistance becoming support. You also have to focus on other thing, which I call confirmational scenarios. You also have to focus on confirmation, that where it goes to deeper into candlestick or even oscillators. You can use oscillators, for an example, RSI or stochastic, but I will just focus only on candlestick patterns and so on. So you have to make sure that in this line, in this zone, which is a resistance becoming support, you need to know that there should be something like a candlestick pattern, which is a reversal pattern, which will show you and which will confirm to you that indeed price is going all the way up. For an example here, in this second touch here, you can see that we have a doji, we have a candlestick pattern which confirms that price is going in the other direction. However, in this first touch here, we don't have a confirmation, meaning it is hard for you to press your buy here because there is no further confirmation. It is only just your horizontal line or your resistance becoming support, but there is no further confirmation, so it is risky. However, in this area here, you can see that there is a confirmation, and even here there is a confirmation. So you do not just enter your market because price is bouncing on a trend line or because resistance is becoming support, but you need to make sure that there is a confirmation. You need to make sure that there is that candlestick confirmation, or to take it further, you can add indicators. There are a lot of confirmational indicators, more especially leading indicators, which are the oscillators, RSI or stochastic, or any other indicators except the MACD, because the MACD, it is a lagging indicator. It comes after the price, so it will give you a late confirmation. So this is how you should enter your trade. You enter your trade by a resistance becoming support or trend line bounce. So even when it comes to downtrend, just make sure that you apply the same technique but it should be vice versa. It should no longer be resistance becoming support, but it should be support becoming resistance. And it should no longer be a supporting trend line, but it should be a resisting trend line, because it will come from top going down. So I hope it is making sense.